and believe we are live. So, welcome everybody. We are here at the Bristol Motor Speedway in the camping area, just kind of sitting down to talk Bristol, because, well, it's clear now, but yeah, everything got canceled for today. Heat races, lots of implications there. The truck race getting moved to not only tomorrow, but tomorrow afternoon, and in fact is going to end up being a night race on FS2. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about, and feel free to let me know what you guys would like to know, what you guys would like to talk about first. I'll probably go systematically. So first things first. The practice sessions were a ton of fun. I sat in the stands for a good 3.5 of the 4 hours, essentially, of practice, and it was fun. And even for the beginning portion, while we were getting ready for the truck heats today, was also quite a bit of fun, just getting ready for all that. Looks like a flash off in the distance. Not sure if that's lightning in the area or not, but yeah, so hopefully I'm all good. But yeah, I don't think it was lightning. I didn't hear a boom, and either way, it's far enough away. But yeah, so Dirt Bristol, though. Definitely think it was shaping up to be a really fun time. Problem is, Mother Nature in the southeast doesn't agree with springtime racing during the day. During the nights, it isn't too terrible, and honestly, it is occasionally a little bit luck of the draw when it comes to southeast racing in the springtime, because sometimes you can get races where it's okay, like 2013 Spring Bristol, 2015 I believe was an okay Spring Bristol race on weather. 2019 Spring Bristol was went off without a hitch. But then you have races like today or 2018 where a portion or a lot of events get moved from their scheduled date. And I guess this is where I'll quickly mention the FS2 thing with trucks. Honestly, trucks, I mean, I get it, the weather isn't looking great for noon tomorrow, but I would much rather see them try and get trucks started in the morning, and if the weather is still looking bad come tomorrow morning, make the second postponement. I don't know if that would necessarily be better overall for the for it, but I think it would definitely be a better option in theory, especially considering how many guys you had running the truck race to get laps prior to the cup race that now won't get that. I mean, Briscoe also, you had Briscoe, Harvick, Suarez, I believe, was down there. You just had so many guys hopping down into the series that normally wouldn't be there, outside of the fact that they wanted extra laps for Dirt Bristol, which they did get with the whole extra practice laps, like essentially 2 extra hours of practice. But ultimately, they were planning on doing the race purely because of that. How many of them are all going to be that much interested in continuing to run the race, especially the ones that maybe don't have the most sponsorship? And it just started to rain again. And it's a little harder, so I'm going to try and find some shelter real quick. It's part of just doing a live stream away from the campsite because it's a little loud and noisy. But yeah, I'm gonna try and find some shelter here, guys. Yeah, feel free to type in the chat, guys. But yeah, man, Bristol, yeah, I mean, it's literally like that. We were fine for like 15 minutes leading up to this, and now all of a sudden we're scurrying for shelter. So yeah, man. So yeah, guys, I'm just trying to find some shelter here real quick because of the rain. But yeah, so That was kind of those are some of the bigger points. That, and also when qualifying rains out, it should be considered a priority event to get going. Because, like, that's the thing with the current practice and qualifying stuff, they almost treat it as if it's non-priority. So if there's rain, they just cancel it. They don't look to potential rescheduling of the practice or even qualifying, which honestly killed Newman and Jessica Friesen from the field. The 3 truck, I believe, already withdrew after their crash in practice the other day, in truck practice. Got some footage from the practice sessions that will be coming out at some point. 1 second, the camera lens got a little bit of rain on it. Again, just kind of the pros and cons of trying to give you guys a scenic stream. I was gonna go a little closer to the track, but the track was pretty shut down, and I didn't want to get in trouble for being somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, so yeah. But yeah, qualifying and practice, in particular qualifying, should be treated as as important almost as the race for getting it in. Problem is, there's gonna be a ton of generators near the camper, but that's the only shade structure I can think of. So let me know how the audio is, guys. So yeah, there we go. Under some shelter at least now, even though the light's gonna be a little worse. Yep. So yeah, practice and qualifying, they need to be considered absolute. Well, practice maybe not as much. Qualifying definitely needs to be a priority to try and, especially for races like this where there are guys who are specifically dirt ringers who don't participate. Oh. Hey, Taylor. But yeah, when you got dirt guys coming in who literally don't run any other races, so they lose out in this whole qualifying formula thing from where it takes your performance the last race into fact for determining qualifying position and stuff. Honestly, again, in particular for a race like this or the road course races coming later in the season, those pretty much should be a must, or at the very least prioritized as much as possible. Of course, you don't want to end up losing the race in the weekend because you were stubborn about getting qualifying in. But even if you had to reduce qualifying to 1-lap runs, I'd like to, or even base it off of practice results when you have practice sessions and qualifying. Like, if you have only qualifying to go off of, that's obviously not optimal, but with practice, you get a chance to try and get some stuff. Hopefully, once this rain lightens up, I can go back on a little bit of a walk. But yeah, so, yeah, practice, qualifying, those are pretty much musts. Yeah, but in general, Spring Bristol at this point, if it isn't obvious, it doesn't work. We've had one rain out for the summer race in the last, since 2007. But since 2007, the 2010, 2012, 2014, 2015, 2018, 2017 Bristol Spring races were all rain outs, which is obviously absolutely not great. Sorry, just trying to clean off the screen, but yeah. So, man. So that was kind of the biggest frustration, but it's definitely looking like it's going to be a good race. Fingers crossed we can get at least Cup in tomorrow. I won't be able to stay past Sunday, so if it gets delayed another day, or if Cup gets delayed. I won't be able to get footage of that, unfortunately. I came down here specifically so I could hopefully get some footage for you guys, and I do have some Cup and truck footage, hopefully coming either tomorrow at some point, or more likely when I get home and can actually take some time to edit it. I might start working on some stuff tonight, but honestly, probably not getting that much done. So yeah, we got looks like we don't have anybody in here at the moment, so I'm just gonna keep talking and hopefully, oh hey, we got somebody in. Welcome everybody. But yeah, so again, I guess I'll talk about my picks for the races, since I haven't really done that for a while, and I kind of mentioned I was going to do it for every race, but ultimately that hasn't ended up happening because of scheduling and stuff and leagues. But yeah, I think looks like rain let up, so we can keep going. So we're just gonna walk and talk here, guys. Hopefully we can get away from the loud generators of the campsite. See, again, another example of just how fickle the weather can be. In the 11 and a half minutes we've been on this stream, it has been clear or cloudy. I can't really tell because it's dark out. Rained a significant amount on us and cleared back up again for us to go back on a walk. So yeah, again, very clear that to some extent there is the weather down here at this point is very much luck of the draw. Sometimes you'll get lucky, and like we did in 2019, or sometimes you'll end up getting what we got in 2018 and 2017, where you have rainouts. And like, for example, in 2018 the race got split into 2 days. 2017, I believe the entire race was on Monday. But yeah, so again, wanted to bring race coverage to you guys. That's why I was down here. A big portion of it, of course, I'm also hanging out with some friends, like Taylor from the Thomas Cup Series, who we saw kind of walk by earlier when we were scouring. But welcome everybody. We're actually starting to get some people in. Hopefully everybody's having a great night. I'm attempting to stay dry, but also give you guys a quiet-ish view of just kind of whatever, and we're just kind of walking around the Bristol Motor Speedway campground right now. But yeah, so yeah, practice and qualifying getting rained out. Well, practice didn't get rained out at all. But yeah, so far though, what I can tell, looks like dirt Bristol's gonna be fun. I'd say, oh yeah, picks. I was going through picks, and then we noticed it was cleared up. So my picks for the Cup race, probably gonna be Briscoe. I'll probably include Larson because I feel like he's either gonna win it or he's gonna wreck it, and I'm willing to put my money on him probably going up there and leading some laps. I don't know about winning it, because despite me saying I think he's gonna win or wreck, I don't think he's gonna be lights out the only car in contention to win. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to restring this fence thing. But yeah, so I don't think Larson's the only contender to win. And in fact, I think probably my money's on Briscoe in particular, because of Larson and Christopher Bell's inconsistencies at times on the dirt tracks. Because at times we'll have but yeah, so Larson and to an extent Bell, anytime you see them, like anytime you see their stuff on them taking part in a dirt race around the country, it feels like the highlight is either them in victory lane or them flipping down the front stretch, usually while leading, and or trying to take the lead from somebody. or lapping a car, but usually, again, it's while up front and competing for the win. I would expect we're probably going to see, again, a lot of the same thing. But again, if they get tangled up in lap traffic, who knows what's going to happen then.